Alright, all the solo players, listen up. Are you tired of using builds that are not serving your solo needs and you end up dying all the time? Well, at least you're blaming the builds and not yourself. Well, we can fix that with this build. You can at least blame yourself now, because the build will make sure you not only survive but do damage at the same time. And it's crazy damage. We're talking about 1 million crits on the body with a shotgun from like each pelt, which is really crazy damage. All you have to do is just make sure that you're treating the build in a way you're saying someone that get out of my place or I'll shoot you in the face. Yeah, if you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. Now, without any further ado, let me show you what I mean by it. So this is the build over here right now, as you can see. I actually chose the survivalist specialization mainly because of the 10% protection from elite. And it also gives you the Mender Secret Mine, which is pretty much an excuse for me to not use a hive. It's just a cute little secret mine, just follows me around. I like it. It's just like a catharsis mask at home, right? It heals you. You don't need it, but it's nice. It's cute. Okay. Now, let's talk about the weapons. Well, I did try a bunch of shotguns, but I'm actually loving the M870 Express here because the total damage is really good. The RPM is also nice and the max size is also good, okay? So that's why I'm choosing it. And the talent I have is Brazen here, which is honestly a really good talent. All you have to do is just shoot your target and the next shot you have amplified damage. Simple as that. There's no complex mechanic happening. Even if you miss your shots, it's fine. You lose the buff, it's okay. But the next time you hit your target, you get the buff again. There's nothing you have to do. All you have to do is shoot your target. You'll do the damage. Simple as that, right? The first shot activates, the next shots and onwards, you have amplified damage. Simple as that. So that's why I chose it. Now you could say, what about the Thorn? Thorn is going to give you perfect Brazen talent. Well, Thorn does have lower RPM. It's 70 RPM. And the damage is also lower than the M870. So that's why I didn't choose Thorn. Plus, the perfect Brazen doesn't actually improve your damage. Like, it doesn't give you 4% amplified damage or 5% amplified damage. It just, reduces the amount of pelts that you need to hit the target to activate the talent. That's it. That's the only difference. It's 4 pelt on the perfect versus the 6 pelt on the non-perfect Brazen talent. That's it. That's the only difference. And now, as for the other shotgun, I went with the Scorpio here because Scorpio is just the best, right? Overall, it's just awesome. If you have it, use it. If someone is annoying you, mostly the purple enemies, you can just shoot them, stun lock them with the status effect, and just shred them. Scorpio is just too good there. It's hard not to use that. That's why I chose it. Otherwise, you can use whatever you want. Now, for the gear, well, what's happening? There's a lot of stuff happening here. We have damage and survivability. I chose this, so I feel like it's a perfect combo of damage and survivability at the same time. If you want, you can just go full on survivability, and I'll tell you what you can do. Like, you can go 3 piece of Gilligard. If you have the Chill Out mask, you can use the Chill Out mask because of the 2 mod slot it gives you, and you can add 2 protection from elite mods on it. So that's going to be nice. And also, since it's a Gilligard piece, 3 piece will give you 2% armor regen. But I decided to sacrifice 1 protection from elite mod and 0.5% of armor regen to get more damage. That's basically what I did. And I'm using a Grupo mask here that gives us crit damage 15%. We have weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a protection from elite mods 12%. If you have 13, that's great. I've never seen single one of them ever in my life. It's just, I don't know if they exist. Anyway, so that. Now, for the other pieces, well, I have 2 pieces of golden. One of the golden pieces I have is the holster. We have armor, crit damage, and crit chance here. Now, the golden also 2 piece gives you 1.5% regen. So that's actually nice. So this is where I sacrifice that 0.5 armor regen from Gilligard to give myself an extra gear so I can get more damage to the build, like fit more damage basically. That's what I did. So that's why I chose the Golem instead of Gilligard. Now, since I'm using Golem, why not use the Hunter Killer? Hunter Killer is insane. We have perfect Intimidate, right? Crazy damage with this, we all know. Now, if you don't have Hunter Killer, don't stress it. You can use the normal Intimidate talent. But I have the Hunter Killer and it's awesome. It's just crazy. Just play your hunters, get yourself this chest piece, man. It's awesome. Cassie will sell you, if you don't have a good stats. If you have the, if you have the Hunter Killer, not good stats, just check out Cassie every week. She will sell you a good one, at least someday. So yeah, that's why I have 2 pieces of Golem here. Now, I chose a Bellstone, which gives us 1% of armor regen. So if you count it, I have 2.5% armor regen. But if I use the Gilligard piece, I'll be getting 3% armor regen, but 1 extra gear slot will be taken away by the Gilligard. So that's why I sacrifice 0.5 armor regen to get me an extra slot where I fit in the Fox's Prayer. So that will give us 8% of damage to target out of cover, right? Since we are basically running around, all the enemies are out of cover, so that's nice. If you're a new player, I would recommend using a Ceska piece to give yourself a more crit chance. 10% crit chance there. Otherwise, yeah, just use Fox's Prayer and use that. By the way, all the gears that I'm showing you, you don't have to exactly copy it in this way. Like you can, for example, use a Bellstone mask instead of a Grupo, and a Grupo gloves or a holster like that. But if you have the Hunter-Killer, then you gotta use the Hunter-Killer. This you cannot swap. You can use a Grupo chest piece if you don't have the Hunter-Killer, but if you have it, then use the Hunter-Killer, all right? And obviously we have the Memento backpack, which not only gives us insane regen, 3% that is, and we have weapon damage, we have bonus armor, which helps us activate, the chest piece talent, Perfect Intimidate. I also have a protection from elite mods on it. So overall, it just works really well. We get the regen, we got the protection from elite, and so overall doing well. If I show you my stats, my crit stats, I have 44% crit chance, which is pretty good for a shotgun. And then we have 120 crit damage there. As for the defensive stats, we have 37,000 armor regen. This is just the armor regen that we're getting from the high-end pieces, and it's not counting the Memento regen. Memento regen will be even higher. Like you can go easily close to 75,000 regen, which is pretty good. So that. Now we have 46% protection from elite. If you have 13% protection from elite mod, this will be 50%, which is, I would say, pretty good. Like 50% damage reduction from elites is nice. I wouldn't recommend going for like 70-80% protection from elite and sacrifice your damage to do that. Just stay with this and you'll be fine, right? So I would say it's a pretty good build overall. It works really well. Like you saw the damage is really high, like millions of crits, man. No joke with the build. Like it's really high damage, and you have the survivability. You got the regen, you got the damage. Again, if you want more survivability, you could use the Gila Guard variant where I said you have more protection from elite to put in the chill out mask and you get more regen. So if you want that, you can use it like that. But I feel with this, you have damage and you have the survivability. Just basically run and gun, shoot them in the face, and just, be happy, I guess. So give it a go, try. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.